I had a big old 8-page script which I had since shredded.
All right, we're live now, so careful what you say because it's going to be going over the internet.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to turn my microphone up.
There we go. Hi, Allie. Back at the KFLS studio. It's Randy, along with Bill and David and Bill. And we are going to give you an idea of when we're going to start. I'm going to start a countdown for you.
Abby, it'll be nice to meet you someday.
Let's see. Stopwatch. Let's go in 16 minutes. Right now, 16 minutes. We're going to go in 16 minutes. I'm going to turn the volume back down so that the music that plays doesn't knock us off of YouTube, since there's so many copyright things that keep us from that. And we will go from there. Once again, we're going to go in 15 minutes and 30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 minutes, 30 seconds to the radio start. And we are live on TableRockSports.net.
Can a media guy come in here from OSAA?
I'm sorry, I stopped my stopwatch accidentally. So, we're going to give you a new countdown, Allie. Sorry about that. Going to go in 10 minutes from Mark. 10 minutes. We're going to start over the countdown. 10 minutes. What's that? It's game day, I think is what it's called. No, don't give him Mark. Oh, okay. Nothing else. Yeah, really good. Hey, Matt, my name's Randy. Nice to meet you, man. Welcome to the basement, man. I've caught some of your work so far. Big one for you tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, do you know what the password is?
No, I don't.
Automatically hooks up to it, so I don't know.
I would check with the PA guy, Top Keller. He probably might know. We use our own hotspot here, so we don't even use it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, thanks anyway.
You
If it's
bet.
up there might be a password on it.
Yeah, that's the internet.
I can't reach that line.
Yeah, certainly I can. So
That's all right. Thanks anyway, guys.
yeah. Have a good one, Matt. We now have lights at the stadium. The lights have arrived. We're going in 13:30. 13 minutes and hold on.
Let's give it up for your Little Mac cheerleaders.
I didn't. I said 13 and I meant 10.
Your kids on the track.
I'm really messing Allie up, and it's Allie's first broadcast, so
Coming out in a little bit.
flying the plane solo, so I'm going to make it as easy on you as I can. Allie, we're going to go in 9 minutes from 3, 2, 1, mark. 9 minutes is when we'll start on the radio side. Yeah, I was going to say, give him ours. He'd be jumping on that thing.
Give me a little credit.
I was being honest. Sometimes I feel as though I most people do that. When I really don't know something, I really don't know something.
Well, he didn't know you were from out of town, I don't think.
I told him I told him I'd be for you, but he doesn't know I live in Eugene. I didn't get that far.
Coming up to 8 minutes. 8 minutes in mark. 8 minutes to airtime. 8 minutes. Put my scoreboard back up. There we go. Have not heard from Joe Brett, executive producer of Table Rock Sports, to make sure we're streaming. So, Joe, if you're... Otherwise, you're going to get a 15-yard penalty from me in a minute.
Or if you're in hockey, a game misconduct.
I want to make sure I can sound like Jerry Allen, so I've got to do this to my nose.
Made it sound like Lurch.
Flonase. Seven minutes. Mark, 7 minutes to airtime. Allie Hicks, our studio producer extraordinaire tonight. I saw that drum set down there sitting all by itself. I almost went down and started on it, but my knee hurt too much.
Smells like glue.
Coming up to the 6 minute mark. 6 minutes will be our next mark. 6 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 minutes to airtime. 6 minutes. Five and a half to airtime. And we'll have that light go on and off 20 more times before the game starts, just like that. 5 minutes to airtime in Mark. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to airtime on KFLS. Allie, if you would do me a favor during the game and text Mike to make sure you have my number to text me in case you need to contact me, that would be great. I would give it to you over the World Wide Web, but I don't want everybody to know my number. Coming up to the 4-minute mark. In 3, 2, 1, 4 minutes to airtime. 4 minutes. All right, coming up to 3 minutes to airtime in 3, 2, 1. Mark, 3 minutes. 3 minutes to airtime. 3 minutes. Turn you up, David. You want to give me a little level when you can?
Live and in living color. A little more, a little more.
A little more umph.
Yeah, 3, yeah. As long as I'm not bouncing off the red, that sounds good in my ear.
Bill?
Yes, hello.
Okay, all right.
I was sitting in a breakfast room in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
2.5 minutes to
6
airtime.
o'clock in the morning. Got up too early. It was a terrible mistake.
I had to get up at 4 in the morning earlier this week.
Do that morning show, huh?
Had one morning show. Then I get to do it again on the 9th and 10th of November.
All right, we're coming up to 2 minutes. Mark, 2 minutes to airtime. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Halftime usually at 10.
15.
15.
Yeah. Okay, 1 minute to airtime. This will be your last mark. And Mark, 1 minute to airtime. 1 minute.
Watch the entrance. Like this.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Field, Mazama High School for Canal Bowl 45. Randy Adams, David Gullickson, and Bill Crawford with the broadcast here tonight on KFLS 102.5 FM, 1450 AM, TableRockSports.net. Number 45, and you couldn't have a closer series, 22 games apiece coming into this game for both schools.
That sounds even to me.
Klamath Union winning the first 6 times they played when the series began years ago, 45 years ago. And Mazama has owned it since. They have won the last 9 games in a row, dating back to 2014, going into this year. So, and it doesn't look like much will change tonight. These two teams headed right now in opposite directions. It's ebb and flow, and it happens in high school football. Mazama, the third-ranked team in the state, coming in with a 5-1 record and 3-0 in the Big Sky Conference. Klamath Union is 1-5. They are the opposite, 0-3 in the Big Sky Conference. Should be an exciting game. I know that Vic Lease has 3 goals at the beginning of the year when they get ready for the football season, David. One is to win the conference championship. The second one is to, of course, make the state playoffs. And number 3 is to win the Canal Bowl.
Well, tonight I don't think he'll have much problem winning the Canal Bowl, but we got to give some props to KU. The program has basically been in disarray the last few years, and there's a new culture, some new coaching, a new athletic director, and I predict in 5 years we'll see KU back to where they belong.
Hopefully that is the case. They've got a brand new coach in Rob Clifford, and several assistants that returned from last year's team, but Rob Clifford, one of the assistants from last year's team, is the head coach this year. Vikings are coming into the facility, and Klamath Union will emerge here shortly from their final trip to the locker room, from the locker room to the field. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with more here at Viking Field for Canal Bowl 45, coming up 1 minute away. Back here at Viking Field, it seems like a Friday night, gentlemen, but it is Thursday night.
It is Thursday night.
And so that means...
that means I get a Friday night off with my best girl.
There
I'm
you go.
looking forward to that, I'll tell you what.
That'll be tomorrow, of course, the game originally scheduled for tomorrow, but they moved it due to the anticipated influx of people coming into the Klamath Basin for the eclipse.
Or so they say.
That's what they told us. We originally thought it was because of lack of officials.
Well, that's the first thing I was told.
Lost River plays at Chiloquin tonight. They moved that game from Friday to Thursday as well. That's another local game being played. Tomorrow night, Henley will host Marshfield at Henley High School. And also being played tonight across the hill in the Big Sky Conference, Hidden Valley matches up with Phoenix. Bill, welcome back from Eugene, and to the broadcast once again.
Well, thank you very much, Randy. You know, it's hard to believe that with 45 Canal Bowls, this is, I believe, my first one.
45, and some of those games have been great. The last one that was so close was in 2013. The Vikings and the Pelicans had a knockdown, drag-out fight, and I remember Gabe Ovgard for the Klamath Union Pelicans made a tackle on a running back, I believe it was Joey Lancaster for Mazama, trying to score with no time remaining. Mazama needed to score to win the game, and they held him at the 1-yard line, and Klamath Union won that last one in 2013 by a score of 23-22. The national anthem being played, so we'll take another break. We'll come back with more from Viking Field after this. The Lithia Superstore pregame show continues on Table Rock Sports and KFLS 1450, 102.5 FM. The Mazama Vikings and Pelicans always dress in their home uniforms when they play each other. So both are in their home uniforms tonight. The Pels in all red and the Vikings in all blue.
And I must say both teams look great under these lights. Sun's going down, medium temperatures, a great evening for football.
The rest of the state also, in fact, there's several games in 6A, 5A that are being played tonight as well. I think that's more due to in-service week than it was anything else.
Right.
But we'll get those at halftime from Bill. 12. All right. Just having to make sure that the scoreboard operator knows their 12-minute
Well,
quarters.
it's the scoreboard operator's first night on the job, and I would rather have them ask to make sure than do something wrong.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'm glad we could be of service.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could be of service.
Well,
I don't know.
I tried my best. The teams have met at midfield. We'll see who gets the football first, and we'll get underway. Klamath Union has had to forfeit one of their games this year. They opened up the season, though, with a pretty impressive 36-12 win over Etna, California. But since then, the Pelicans have dropped 5 games straight. Mazama opening the season with an impressive win over Estacada, and then ran into a roadblock the third game of the year at Marist, losing that one 32-29 after a second game victory 57-51 in triple overtime.
That was a crazy game. Over
in Eagle Point. But since then, the Vikings have rattled off some impressive wins, including last week's 36-19 win over Hidden Valley. And, of course, they'll meet up. They defeated North Bend here at Mazama High School, and they'll meet up with Marshfield after the Vikings take on number 1 ranked Henley next week here at Viking Field.
A lot of folks in the basin anticipating that one.
You know, it's 8 days away, and we're hearing talk of it already. But I think Vic Lease trying to keep his team on the ground and focused for this one, because you can't look forward to next week until this one's done.
Exactly.
And this one is could be a sleeper game if you don't take it seriously for Mazama.
Take it one game at a time.
They're going to kick it off. Jonathan Leighton will be kicking off for the Vikings as Mazama will go from left to right. And Mazama will have 2 deep men. Leighton over at Hidden Valley last week was pretty successful kicking the ball deep. Had a couple of touchbacks. We'll see if he kicks right to the Pelicans. Pelicans are led by Lamar Cuellar, the quarterback. He's a good one. Pelicans put up several yards in the air against Henley last week. I think Cuellar had 149 yards throwing, but the Hornets of Henley with an easy 55-8 win last week. Here's Leighton's kick, and it will be returned at the 8-yard line by the Pelicans to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 27-yard line, close to the 30 and down. And it will be first down and 10. Or did the Pelicans fumble the ball?
There was a fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play, and the Pelicans fell, or rather the Vikings fell on it.
And
Very first play of the football game.
And Mazama has an excellent shot at taking it in.
See what the line of scrimmage will be as Mazama takes advantage of a turnover on the very first play of the football game. Well, you're the underdog already, David, but
that's tough.
Not what Klamath Union needed.
Yeah, you don't need the wind taken out of your sails first play of the game.
On the KU 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28. And the Vikings will show up in that traditional full house backfield with a double tight end formation. The ball in between the hash marks, some movement on the line, and that might go against Mazama. It looked like there was a little motion before the snap.
Offsides.
Against
No, it was against
Pelicans.
Klamath Union. So we will do it again with 5 yards to go now for the first down.
First and 5 on the 22.
Christopher Baldwin joins quarterback Tyson Van Gastel in the backfield. Vikings without Devin Lubdell tonight. He will not play. Here's another jump.
One. Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be 5 yards against the Pelicans and an automatic first down without snapping the football, Klamath Union.
Oh, my goodness.
Without the benefit of a play, 2 straight penalties against the Pelicans.
First down.
Wonder what the stat sheet shows, first downs without running an offensive play.
You don't see that very often.
I've never seen it.
When you don't need to run a play and you can get 10 yards, that's a good deal.
Hey, that's not bad.
First and 10. Here is Van Gastel going to give it up to the right-hand side. Lots of running room there, and a Viking is down at about the 2-yard line. Did not get in.
Claiming the ball carrier.
Looks like they're going to spot that right around the 5, first and goal.
I didn't see who carried that ball. What
Seth
was it?
McLean, the ball carrier.
Seth
on that one.
McLean.
First down.
31, Seth McLean in the backfield for Mazama. Christopher Baldwin joining him. We'll try to get that third back for you here in just a moment. Yeah, McLean is back there along with Baldwin. McLean in the fullback position. Here's Van Gastel going to give it up again to the right-hand side. And an easy touchdown for the Vikings.
Didn't take long.
Seth McLean.
Seth McLean running it in from 2 yards out.
And just like that, folks, we've got our score.
Turnover, 2 penalties, 2 plays, and a touchdown. There you have the first quarter, my friends.
Mazama leading it already 6-0, and that's 46 seconds into the first quarter. And the Vikings, very, very confident. They go for 2 almost every time they get that touchdown, although Jonathan Leighton is certainly capable, as is
both capable.
McCool, of putting the ball through the uprights. Here's the give to Baldwin to try to get 2, and he does. Christopher Baldwin for 2 points. And the Vikings are out to an 8-0 lead in Canal Bowl number 45. The Vikings of Mazama 8 and Klamath Union 0. We're back after this on Table Rock Sports and KFLS 1450 and 102.5 FM. Jonathan Leighton's kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. It's only 1st and 10 at the 20 for Klamath Union. We'll see what Cuellar and company can do here. Expect them to go to the air much more than they run. And Cuellar will set up in the shotgun with the running back to the right side of him in the formation. Cuellar takes a snap, quick drop, throws, incomplete, second down. Fires it out on the flat right-hand side over through his intended receivers, 2nd and 10. Oregon Duck football tomorrow. Everybody's looking forward to that one.
The Ducks Saturday. Today's Thursday.
Oh, that's right. This is Thursday.
I'm not dogging you. I made that mistake 3 times already.
And you know, Joe Brett would throw me a 15-yard penalty for that. I've already been penalized once today.
Your check's in the mail.
I don't need it again. 2nd and 10. Cuellar is set up with a running back to his left of the formation now. In the shotgun, long count, hands the ball up, and right near the line of scrimmage and then back down. Short gain for the running back, Jet Johnson.
Pick up a 2 maybe?
2 yards.
Always interesting when you run across a player named Jet, J-E-T-T. 3rd down. Ran across a couple of those during baseball season this year.
Yeah, I remember that too, actually, Randy.
3rd down and 7. Cuellar at the 23-yard line, drops back to throw, has some time, throws complete,
Pass complete.
but not enough for the first down at the 25-yard line.
Got about 3 yards. It's 3rd and 5. 4th down, excuse me.
4th down, and it looks like the Pels are going to be forced to kick it away.
Jack Kafring on the tackle for Mazama is 6 foot, 210-pound junior.
To receive. Guy Hunt.
Looks like P.J. Safford, is that right? Number 60?
Yes.
Going to be kicking for the Pelicans, standing at his own 14-yard line. P.J., just a sophomore. Takes a good snap, not much of a rush, and a pretty good kick from Safford. It's going to bounce and be down at about the 35-yard line. No return and a pretty good kick for the young Safford. 1st and 10.
Pels covered that well.
P.J. doing a great majority of the varsity kicking. He also plays line on the JVs, but we'll see if he ends up playing 2 or 4 quarters. He can only play a certain amount of quarters a week.
I believe it's 5.
In the OSAA. I think it differs in classification. In 6A, I think it's different than 5A, and 5A different than 4A because the numbers dwindle down.
Right.
Participants. 1st and 10. Not that I'm an expert at that or anything.
That was the number I keep hearing, actually. Randy was 5.
I just want to make sure that everybody understands that
You can only play so many quarters a week.
it's different. That's exactly what I meant. Tyson Van Gastel.
Well, back in the day, I used to play quarters all the time.
Well, that was a different game, though.
We're talking
You're dating
football
yourself now,
quarters.
David.
Van Gastel calling an audible at the line of scrimmage, and he hands the ball up, and that's some good running room. Up to about the 45, and close to a Mazama first down is Seth McLean.
Safford on the tackle.
8 yards.
2nd down.
2nd and 2.
And 2. 8-0, Klamath Union trails. Mazama with the ball at the 45-yard line. Tomorrow night at Hill O'Brien Field, the Henley Hornets, number 1 ranked team in the state, taking on the always tough Marshfield Pirates.
That should be a great football game.
Well, Marshfield took care of Ashland last week.
Boy, did they.
Here is Christopher Baldwin on the carry. Nope, that's McLean again. Check that. He's up to about the 48-yard line. First down, Vikings.
Levi Hicks on the stop for the Pelicans.
Speaking of Hicks, we've got Allie Hicks as our studio producer.
Hi, Allie. You're doing a great job.
Back at the radio station tonight. Thank you for your work tonight, Allie. We certainly appreciate it.
Her first solo effort from what you were saying.
She hasn't landed the plane just yet, so this will be the first time she's going to have to land it once she gets it up in the air. Near midfield, 49-yard line for Mazama, 1st and 10, leading at 8-0. Vikings keep the ball on the ground again, as they always do, and this is another 12 yards.
And another first down.
Seth McLean, the workhorse out of the backfield.
Hicks and a couple of his friends on the tackle for the Klamath Union Pelicans.
In case you are wondering, yes, there is a 35-point rule, but that does only come into play in the second half, and only when one team is ahead by 35. We do have a timeout. Officials timeout, is that correct?
Timeout was called by Mazama.
Mazama takes a timeout. We'll take it as well. Vikings lead 8-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back here at Viking Field, Vikings take the snap, hand it off, and there's another big hole. Seth McLean getting a ton of touches right now for the Vikes, picking up a good chunk of change, and yet another Mazama first down.
That was Levi Hicks and Gavin Coe on the stop.
There's a name that you're familiar with, David.
Yeah, his dad is one of the coaches, and I've Brian Coe, and he's about the age of my son. Known him since he was in a crib. I date myself, and it's all good.
First and 10 at the 30. There's a give again to McLean to the right-hand side, down to about the 25. I'm having to, the other day, listen to Toby Keith.
I like him.
And his latest song, and it's one of the lines is, if you didn't know the year you were born, would you realize how old you are? Makes you stop and think.
And to think I have a birthday coming up in less than a month.
I think I reversed the lyric a little bit. I don't think it's verbatim, but you get the point, right?
Close enough.
Various parts of me have different ages. Offside.
Going to go against KU,
yep,
and that should move another 5 yards.
And he put his hands up to his face mask. He knew that the moment he moved. That was Travis Elbert.
Travis Elbert, yes.
Moving now to the 20 and the red zone, where the Vikings have already scored once tonight, 45 seconds into the game. 46, actually, but actually it's 44 seconds. There's 11:46 left, or 11:16 left. I forgot to carry the one.
Sacred Heart grad, right?
That's what I claim. 1st and 5 for Mazama now.
Whistle stops the play.
And we'll see what this is.
Flag on the play.
I think we've mentioned this many times doing Mazama football, David, but it bears repeating. It's frustrating for opponent defenses. That one goes against Mazama. Penalty, by the way, 5 yards. It's difficult for defenses of teams that they know what Mazama is going to do. There's no finesse or flash. It's just smash mouth football.
Well, and that's one of the fun things about watching Mazama play, because they step up to the line and say, you know what we're going to do? All you got to do is stop us. It's kind of an in-your-face situation that just really holds well in high school football.
You know what they're going to do, and they do a great job doing it.
1st and 10 at the 25 now for Mazama, backing it up 5 yards. Senior Tyson Van Gastel, whose younger brother is heir apparent to take his spot next year. Here's the handoff to the right-hand side. And this will be, who was that, McLean? Or was that somebody else?
I think it was McLean. Jet Johnson making the stop. There's that name again, Jet.
And it'll be picking up about those yards.
Jet's a great name, but
the
best name on both these rosters is Connor McCool.
Connor McCool,
baby.
Gotta like it.
Yeah.
So it'll be second down and about 9 for Mazama. They got 6 on that play. Inside the red zone once again. Straight up the middle the ball goes. Still on his feet down to about the 5-yard line. Baldwin with a great run.
Nice run.
On the stop for the Pelicans is Levi Hicks once again.
And Levi Hicks went for a 5-yard ride on the back of the...
He hung on for dear life.
He did. He truly did.
He brought him down, but that was after Baldwin barreled into the 5-yard line. First and goal, Mazama.
Number 5.
Leading at 8-0 already. Tyson Van Gastel straight ahead, and
I think he's in.
Nope, did not. Just barely.
Missed by that much.
Van Gastel.
Down to the 1-yard line for Tyson.
Just a hair inside the 1.
And second and goal at the 1-yard line for Mazama. Leading it already here 8-0. 5 minutes and 18 seconds left, opening quarter. Vikings keep the ball on the ground. I don't think they're going to get it here either.
No, there was some good penetration by the KU line on the left side. And Christopher going in.
Third and go.
Christopher Baldwin did not get in on that play. It'll be third down. So give credit where credit is due to the Klamath Union defense on that particular play.
The line was like a big wall.
It didn't look like we would have many Klamath Union faithful over there on the far side tonight, but it has filled up quite nicely.
And a few of the older KU faithful over here in the covered stands.
Third and goal at the 1. Here's the give to Baldwin, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Baldwin's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
He had to work for that one.
Vikings now lead it by a score of 14-0 with the Pat coming up. That's point after touchdown for those that are keeping score at home.
Or the 2PC, 2-point conversion.
That would be 2PT.
2PTA.
PAT.
Or something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a test at the end of the period.
Go to the right side with a run.
And Baldwin's in.
Baldwin gets 2 more points for the Vikings, and this one is a 16-0 Mazama lead here in the first quarter of play. 4:29 left on the John L. Scott scoreboard. First quarter, 16-0. Mazama back in 1 minute. $16-0 Mazama, first quarter, leading the Klamath Union Pelicans. Jonathan Leighton to approach the football, high end over end, and fielded at the 5-yard line. Another Pelican return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, up the middle, 30, and 35. Good
Nice
return.
Yeah,
Nice
very
return.
nice return.
Klamath Union.
Well, it's a nice setup. He had 3 or 4 guys in front of him. He didn't have to do it all on his own. That's how they draw it up, and it worked out well for Klamath Union. This is their best field position of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
So far.
Klamath Union is the way the conference is. Everybody's got a bye week in conference play. Klamath Union's is the week before the regular season ends, and they play Philomath in week number 8. That's their bye week, and then they wrap up their play on the 9th game of the year for them against the Ashland Grizzlies. And that, speaking of, as another timeout is taken, we'll take one as well. We'll come back and talk about Ashland Klamath Union. That is a rivalry that's gone back longer than just about any other high school rivalry in the state in football. 16-0 the score. Mazama leads. We're back in a minute.
Your Mazama volleyball team.
Mazama has fallen on a Jet Johnson fumble after he took a handoff in the backfield from Cuellar, and he went straight down, coughed up the football. Itamanada for Mazama makes the fumble recovery, and it is 1st and 10 Mazama.
Mario Rivera.
Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, about the same spot they got the ball.
Take over 1st and 10 on the 31.
That was a little further down.
A little further down, but highly familiar.
1st and 10 for the Vikings, who lead it already 16-0. By the way, for those that know, our station carries Portland Trailblazer basketball. They're playing their opening exhibition game tonight against Phoenix. Obviously, we can't carry that with 2 games at the same time, so no broadcast for the Blazers tonight as the handoff comes to Baldwin, and he's going to be chased down by a number of red Pelican jerseys.
Yeah, they knew that was coming, and they knew what to do.
Stephen Sheldon was leading the charge for the Pelicans to make that tackle.
Stephen Sheldon in a cast of 10.
Yes.
Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They give him forward momentum back to the original line of scrimmage, so nothing lost, nothing gained, but 2nd down and 10 from the far side hash. Not exactly on the hash, but just inside the far side hash.
To it.
Mazama leading at 16-0 here with 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And Gastel comes up under center. They'll come to this side of the field. No, they're just going to go straight up the middle with it. And across the 25, the 24. Seth McLean, I believe.
You are correct, sir.
And a chunk of yardage there. We have not seen Tyson Van Gastel go up top much in the last 2 weeks. I think he threw 2 passes last week in that win at Hidden Valley. And I don't think he threw but 1 in the week prior to that.
Doesn't need to.
Well, that's the only hitch in our get-along, though, because if it's close at the end and we got to put up some yardage, that comes to bite us sometimes. Looks like a 1st down.
1st down, Mazama. They run to the right-hand side. 6 or 7 yards and a cloud of rubber pellets coming up.
A cloud of rubber pellets.
Jeff Spooner on the tackle. Junior linebacker, tight end.
Good kid.
And it'll be 1st and 10, Mazama inside the red zone now. At the 17, make it the 18-yard line. Van Gastel up under center. And to the right-hand side, touchdown Mazama. Tyson Van Gastel decides to run it in himself around the right side.
There was no one anywhere near him.
And an easy 6 points for Van Gastel and the Vikings, who now lead 22-0. 8-0.
Well, not only were the Pelicans fooled by Van de Gastel's move, but yours truly running the camera didn't have a clue either. That was great.
Nice run from Van Gastel. 18-yard scamper into the end zone. And as usual, the Vikings, they're not doing this to pour the points on. They're just more comfortable going for two. That's what they do. Van Gastel comes up under center. Already with a 22-0 lead. He'll take the snap and go give it up inside for 2 more points.
Cruised in untouched.
And it is now 20.
Dylan Kaufman finally tripped him up.
24-0. Klamath Union trailing the Mazama Vikings. We're back in a minute. Though, Bill.
No, you can leave it off. We're fine.
Here's the kickoff, 20-25-30, and another fumble perhaps.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice job by the kicker.
Let's see if the Vikings got it.
With the tackle.
Nope. I think Pelicans retained possession of the ball. Thought for a moment that the ball had squirted out as the tackle was made.
Pelicans.
There was a number 29, I believe, that had the ball, but he doesn't have a name. No number 29 on
There was a
our
couple of
Klamath Union
situations that way here tonight that the OSA provided roster and the Klamath Union Athletic Department roster does not have every player numbered. And that happens about every week, not just with this program, but most. Here's Cuellar to go up top, throws, and he's got a man open at the 39-yard line.
For Spooner.
No, it's incomplete. He did not hold on.
Oh,
I
he
thought
had a
held
man, but it was good defensive play to keep him from completing the play.
Jeff Spooner was the intended receiver.
on. It'll be second down and 10. Cuellar's not going to have much time to let it go when he goes up top.
Actually, that was Mason Branham.
Branham, the receiver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mason Branham, the intended receiver there. Second down and
Penalty
10.
on me.
5 yards. Here's the snap.
High
Cuellar
snap.
gives it. No, he fakes
He did
it.
a good
goes
job of-
downfield. Got a man.
Oh, and
stopped
a great
away.
defensive play.
Nice defense for Mazama on the.
You'll have to take my word for it, those that are watching, because the pole came up and played more interference than was done on the field. But that was
Believe that was Tyson Van Gastel.
yeah, he just stuck his hand up at just the right time in between the outstretched arms of the receiver and knocked it away.
And it will be third down and 10 with the stoppage of the clock
Kai Hunt with coverage.
here in the
Third down.
first quarter. 2:06 left. Mazama enjoying a 24-0 first quarter lead over the Pelicans of Klamath Union in Canal Bowl number 45. Here's a snap. Cuellar under pressure. Gonna keep it himself and run it up to about the 35-yard line, where he will go down there. And it'll be fourth down. And likely we will see P.J. Safford out there to punt it away again for KU.
Armando Galindo was on the tackle for the Vikings.
Vikings very rarely return punts. They usually just let the punt die and let their offense come out and work. We'll see if that's the case again here.
Receive the punt.
Safford standing on about the 23-yard line.
There's a good snap. Very little rush. good kick that keeps going. Bounces right by the Mazama return man. Going to be downed inside the 15-yard line. What a kick. Line of scrimmage was the 34, so 16 to midfield and then 35. That's a 51-yard punt with no return.
Well, that end-over-end technique of kicking the ball bore fruit for KU this time.
Anytime a high school kid can give you a 51-yard punt, no return, he's doing a good job.
Especially when you're a sophomore.
1st and 10.
Flags take over 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line.
The ball at the 9-yard line. It's even bigger than I thought it was. It was more the 55-yard punt for him. Van Gastel going up top on 1st down, had his man, and he drops the ball. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Hayden, the intended receiver, and he was open.
He just wants that one back.
Could not hold on to it. Vikings deciding to open up the passing game a little bit, and they go.
Great play, great fake, great pass.
Just
no
wasn't able to
catch.
finish.
2nd down and 10. Hayden would have had 6 had he caught that.
Yeah, there was nobody in front of him. Nobody behind him for that matter.
Unless he runs like I do, and then he would have had a trouble.
He still would have made it.
Yeah.
He may have started running before he even caught the ball if he was going to catch it at all.
Van Gastel looks like he's calling an audible at the line of scrimmage here as he goes to 2nd down and 10. Going to go nowhere with this one. It'll be 3rd down and long for Mazama.
Jaden Justice was the ball carrier.
Well, Pelicans giving their faithful something to cheer about.
3rd down and 10 for Mazama. Down to 37 seconds left in the opening quarter.
I think it's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7? Yeah, that's what the yard marker says. I looked at the scoreboard. I'll keep a better eye on the
Hey, it's rookie night on the scoreboard.
That's right. We forgot about that.
It's all good. On-the-job training.
I think Mazama's just going to let the first quarter clock run out, to be honest with
Well,
you.
clock's not.
There's nothing's happening here.
Nor is the clock running.
Oh, we're down to 24 seconds, and it's stopped.
Or 34 seconds.
Something has stopped the clock.
Scoreboard operator.
The official.
Now the clock's running.
3rd down.
Flag on the play.
That looked a little disorganized.
Yeah, it looked like Mazama might have jumped a little bit of illegal procedure, perhaps.
False start.
False start against Mazama, yep. So another 5-yard penalty, backing the Vikes up even further here. They'll be 3rd down and 12.
Not used to seeing the Vikings offense this far back.
Well, and
it all started off with a great kick by the Pelicans, and they've done a great job of keeping Mazama from making the big play so far.
The 1st and 10 play going up top changed the perspective a little bit too. Van Gastel on the ground, not much. Up to about the 11.
Looked like a rugby scrum on the tackle. A lot of Pelicans.
That'll be the end of the first quarter of play here at Viking Field. So far, it's all Klamath, or rather Mazama leading Klamath Union by a score of 24-0. And we'll continue our coverage on KFLS and Table Rock Sports after this break.
Fielded at the 50. Nice return.
Christopher Baldwin with the punt, fielded by the Pels at the 50, and a good return. This will be the best field position that the Pelicans will enjoy so far tonight. With a 24-0 first quarter lead, now into the second period of play for Mazama.
And they're fired up. In spite of the score being as lopsided as it is early on, they recognize the opportunity, and we'll see what they do to take advantage of it.
A week from tomorrow night, right back here at Viking Field, I would imagine every seat will be taken as Henley and Mazama play.
Get here sooner rather than later.
Be a good idea. Here's Cuellar on first down, drops back, throws, little bubble screen, caught, and about a 5 to 6 yard gain.
A little better than that. I think he's 2 or 3 yards away from a first down.
Seth McLean was on the stop for the Vikings.
I think Tilden Kaufman was the one who caught that pass. And it'll be gain of 6. Second down and 4. That's first big positive yardage play Klamath Union's had tonight. Pels put 8 points on the board last week against Henley, but that was only after the Hornets took a 49-0 lead into the locker room at halftime. Snap from center comes to Cuellar. He's got some time. He goes up top, throws, tipped.
Intercepted.
And intercepted by the Vikings, I think. Did he hold on? Yes, he did.
Interception.
Interception for the Vikings at the 25. Didn't catch the number.
Diego Hutchinson, I believe it was, Randy.
Well,
Diego did a great job of running right in front of the ball. It was on the way to the chosen receiver, but he just picked it right out of his pocket.
So the turnover, which is Klamath Union's third of the football game, gives Mazama the ball with 11 minutes and 1 second left. Vikings deep in their own territory at the 21-yard line. First down and 10, Vikes. Far side hash mark. Van Gastel comes up under center. Give the ball to McLean, straight forward. Seth for about 8 yards. And it'll be second down.
Vikings doing what they do best.
Well, maybe not 8. I gave him a couple yards. I was too gratuitous on that.
But that's what they do. They get 4 to 6 yards on their first down plays, and they just continue to march down the field.
Second down and 4. I gave him 6 yards up to the 30-yard line, right in the middle of the football field between the two hash marks. Full house backfield, and once again the double tight formation. Van Gastel with some movement on the line. It looked like that was Mazama again.
Right, it looked like one of the linemen moved a little too quickly.
Yeah, Zach knew it as soon as he crossed the line.
That'll back him up 5 yards.
Second and 9.
So instead of second and 4, it's back to second down and 9.
Zach at Maldonado was a little bit on the hurry side.
See if the Vikes do anything with it. Nope, just going to keep it on the ground once again. Run it up to back to the 30. So they'll get the yards back that they lost on the penalty. But it will be third down and about 6.
Pick up 4 yards.
Tyson Van Gastel with the run. Vikings scored 45 seconds into the game.
Got a first down without running an offensive play.
Have not looked back since. Leading it 24-0 here. Right up the middle, and there goes Van Gastel down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mazama.
Van Gastel is money when he calls his own number. Awesome.
Mazama opens it up to a 30-0 lead with the PAT pending.
71-yard touchdown run by Tyson Van Gastel.
That's his second long run, another one of about 20 yards earlier in the ball game.
We saw him run off to the left side to open up the game. First play from scrimmage against North Bend.
So Van Gastel just goes around the left end. Simple quarterback keep. Got a couple of good blocks to spring him loose, and down the sideline he went for a touchdown. Vikings leading by 30 here. And we'll go for 2. Van Gastel's got to be a little bit winded after running all that way. And then coming over to get the play to run back out and do it again.
Offside KU.
That'll move it a yard and a half closer.
Every little bit helps, especially when you get help from the other team.
Jamar Queller.
Van Gastel coming once again to see if there's going to be a play change. Student bodies having shouting matches right now between the two across the field. Straight up the middle goes Van Gastel to get the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 32-0 Mazama.
2-point conversion is good.
9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the opening half. Mazama now leads 32-0 over the Klamath Union Pelicans in Canal Bowl number 45. And we'll be back after this 1-minute break. Pelicans return the Jonathan Layton and kickoff to near the 30-yard line.
That was a great return. He picked that up about the 6.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for Klamath Union. Mazama leading by 4 scores with 8 points on each touchdown and the PAT.
4 scores and 45 years ago.
30.
We played the first Canal Bowl.
32-0 is the score right now. Second quarter. Cuellar with a setback right next to him in the backfield. Snap high, takes it, goes downfield long, and it is caught. It's out of bounds.
No, it was too far. If the receiver would have been about 6'4", he might have got that. Octavia just couldn't stretch his frame out enough to pick that one off.
Second down.
On the coverage.
But Cuellar showing a little bit of arm strength there.
Yeah. And a nicely executed play. The line did a good job of giving him time. Receiver ran a good route.
Second down, 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 8:57 left, first half.
Offside.
Well, we all know what that's going to be about if you're watching it on the video.
And it'll be 5 yards against Mazama. It's been their problem tonight a little bit. Vic Lease, even with a 32-point lead.
I think that was Bodie Norlock. He just was a little hungry,
Right.
a little quick.
Keep the ball on the ground. Jet Johnson, with a second effort, might have got close to the first down there. Didn't get it, but close.
Well, let's see how they spot it.
Up to about the 40-yard line.
How they do. First down. He was right. I was right. He got it. Jet Johnson with a good run.
First down.
New set of downs. That might be Klamath Union's first down of the game.
They haven't had a whole lot.
Pels come out with receivers to both sides of the line of scrimmage, one to the far side. Slot and a wide out to the near side. Cuellar hands it up, nowhere to run
fumble.
there. And Mazama may have come up with it.
Yeah.
Mazama has come up with it.
Turnover number 4. Vikings fall on it, get the football back.
Ryan Murdoch.
Big Ryan Murdoch. Check out that guy.
6'4" and 285.
285. Yes, indeed.
First and 10 for Mazama at the Klamath Union 39-yard line, taking advantage of the 4th Klamath Union turnover in this game.
8:46 left in the half.
Mazama already leading it by 32.
First and 10 Vikings from the KU 39-yard line.
Baldwin, along with McLean, 2 of the backs in the backfield. Tyson Van Gastel there as well. Here's Van Gastel on the quarterback keeper, right-hand side. Off he goes again. He is going to go to the right side this time for a Mazama touchdown.
39-yard touchdown run by Tyson Van Gastel.
Mazama wastes no time in scoring the touchdown after the turnover.
And Mazama now leads 38-zip. Tyson Van Gastel so far in this half has run for 3 of Mazama's scores.
One very long one.
Well, that one pretty long as well.
That was long.
Should be fun looking at the stats at halftime.
Tyson comes right back up to the line of scrimmage. Hand the ball straight ahead. 2 more points for Mazama on the PAT. Jaden Justice into the end zone.
Yeah, Jaden just walked right in, untouched.
40-0 is our score. Mazama with the lead. We're back in a minute. Mazama 40, Klamath Union 0. Still have 8:36 left in the second quarter. Jonathan Leighton will be kicking off for Mazama. Here it is. Long end over end and fielded at the 7-yard line by the Pels. Straight up the middle to the 30, 35, 37-yard line. Good return.
Nice return. He broke a couple of tackles. Didn't have a whole lot of help in front of him, but it was a good return.
First down and 10 for the Pels.
Tilden Kaufman had a nice return there just now for the Pelicans.
Pelicans take over, first and 10 on the 34.
Pelicans need to get all 11 guys out there. They seem to be a little bit discombobulated, didn't know who was supposed to be on the field, I don't think. They finally got him out there. Here's Cuellar on first down. Going to take the snap, out of the pocket, runs himself, 40, 45, first down, out of bounds.
Made a lot out of that broken play. He looked downfield, saw his receiver was covered, tucked the ball, ran, and pretty close to a first down.
Mario Rivera on the chase for the Vikings.
But Cuellar with a good run and a first down, the second first down of the game for Klamath Union. Canal Bowl 45 here at Viking Field tonight.
Hard to believe.
Snap to Cuellar on 1st and 10. Goes up top. Has a man at the 48 caught and down.
Octavio Ortega.
Nice catch for him. Quick slant pattern across the middle.
Octavio appears to be his favorite target so far this game.
And he picks up 4. 2nd down and 6. Pelicans don't take much time between plays here.
At this point, I don't think they can afford to.
Well, that they want to try to keep the Vikings flat-footed. Back to throw is Cuellar again. It's going to be chased out of the pocket and brought down right in the middle of the Viking logo at midfield.
About the only good thing you can say about that play is he gained a yard. That was tough.
3rd down. He looked for somebody open, couldn't find it, and then the pressure came, and he had to get downfield with the ball, make something out of nothing there. But he did. Got a yard out of it.
He did a great
3rd down.
job.
Right there at the nose of the Viking logo.
3rd down and 5, right at midfield. Ball just inside the far side hash mark. For Klamath Union, marching it from left to right. Here's the snap. Cuellar goes up top, throws out of bounds. And was it caught?
I think it was caught. They gave it to him, and it should be a 1st down. He caught it just over the left shoulder as he was going out of bounds.
Wow.
Number 6, Jeff Spooner.
Spooner with a great catch.
Yeah, that was awesome.
An intended play to go out of bounds with it, and he caught it just as he did. With both feet down, I think. So it'll be a 1st down for Klamath Union. And that's their first back-to-back 1st down sequence here tonight, I think. Cuellar again going downfield, up top. Knocked away. 2nd down. Tilden Kaufman, the intended receiver there.
Green Dodge pickup parked behind the school. License plate.
Now, I don't understand this.
00334.
The clock is running
A green Dodge pickup parked behind
with an
the
incomplete
school.
pass
License
as if
plate
we've already started the second half.
00334. Your lights are on.
We mentioned that the scoreboard is being operated on a learning basis tonight.
Well, and the teams may have agreed to do it because Klamath Union certainly hasn't raised a stink about it here. But here's a snap to Cuellar, and he's going to run up the middle with it and pick up another 1st down.
One-man wrecking crew there.
Down the Mazama 35-yard line.
It's a high snap. He pulled it in, had no receivers, and just boogied his way down for almost, well, it was 10 yards. Got himself a 1st down.
Ryan Hayden and Drake Peters for Mazama.
I'll have to mention that during the break and see if they know the rule or whether there was something that was said by the coaches prior to the game, but usually that doesn't start until the 2nd half.
Right.
Here's the snap to Cuellar once again, and downfield he goes with about a 6 to 7 yard gain.
Yeah, pick up a 7.
Down the 28-yard line of Mazama.
Oh, they spotted it at his knee. Pick up a 5.
Bring it back to the 30-yard line.
Best drive of the game for the Klamath Pelicans.
3 first downs in a row. That's as many as they've had in succession. And they're still moving. Cuellar on 2nd down, takes a snap, under pressure, throws, hits his man. It'll be short of the 1st down.
Pass complete to Spooner.
Spooner the carry, or the catch rather.
Ryan Hayden and Jack Kafring on the stop for the Vikings.
3rd down and about 3 for Klamath Union. Down to 2:45 left in this 1st half. Double slot formation, wideouts to one side. This the near side. Back to throw Cuellar. And again, complete. This one for a 1st down.
Got a 1st down, that's for sure.
Spooner again with a catch.
And Brody Van Gastel on the tackle.
And Brody Norlock was in the backfield instantly. I almost thought he left too early, but he read the snap count perfectly.
Pelicans moving the football against the Viking defense here. Mostly in the air, although Cuellar's had a couple of nice runs to talk about, and he calls timeout. We're going to take one as well. 40-0. Mazama with the lead. We'll be back. Back here at Viking Field, Klamath Union with the football. Cuellar goes up top, sideline pattern, got a man there, caught. Only for about a yard gain, though, if that.
Well, the receiver was all by himself, but as soon as the ball was headed in his direction, Mazama reacted and put him down.
Junior Mason Branham was the receiver.
Picking up just about a yard, second down. Nope, no gain on the play according to the scoreboard, but 2 on the yard marker, so I'll say 2nd and 8.
You are correct, sir.
Yes, sir. 2nd down and 8. Cuellar again. Going to take it. Run to the left-hand side. He may go in for Klamath Union. Is that a KU touchdown?
Nope.
I think he
out of bounds.
He went out of bounds at around the 1, maybe the 2.
Cuellar did not see anybody open, decided he was going to run it himself, had plenty of time to get downfield, and it'll be 1st and goal for Klamath Union.
From the 4.
I was in the ballpark.
We're all in the ballpark.
Well, that's true.
Well, they say it's all the way back to the 12-yard line. No, that can't
it's not.
be.
It's from the 4.
That's the 4. I don't know. I just
remember we were talking earlier about knowing where your glasses are?
No, I was listening to Tom. He said 1st and 10 at the 12.
You know better than to listen to Tom.
There's Cuellar again. Going to go straight up the middle. Down to about the 1, maybe the 2.
Down on the 2-yard line. Timeout.
Klamath Union with 16 seconds. We'll call a timeout, and we will keep it here for this one to let you know that at halftime. We'll update you on the schedule of the games all over the state of Oregon tonight. Actually, there was one game played yesterday in the state of Oregon.
Yes, there was.
And we'll have that score for you. Lots of games tonight. More games on Friday night, including Henley on Hill O'Brien Field against Marshfield tomorrow night here in Klamath Falls. And then we'll kind of give you a little bit of a prediction on the Ducks and the Huskies.
Some will predict, some no.
That's on Saturday. You can hear that game Saturday, 10:30 pregame, kickoff at 12:30 on the Oregon Sports Network with Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen, along with the rest of the Oregon Sports Network crew here on KFLS 1450 AM, 102.5 FM. Table Rock Sports, your home on the video side for Mazama football, but you can also follow a lot of the other Southern Oregon teams on Table Rock throughout the year.
Well, here they go. Mazama would dearly love to keep KU with a goose egg going into the second half.
The shutout intact. Yep, they certainly would. Let's see what the Pels do here.
2nd and goal from the Mazama 2.
I think it's 1st and goal. They've got 1st on the scoreboard, but you're right, it's 2nd. They go straight up the middle.
He's not going anywhere.
Nope, that might be the final play of the quarter.
Didn't get in.
Vikings stacking it up there unless KU wastes another timeout.
Great goal line.
That's it.
And the Vikings will go into the locker room with a 40-0 lead at halftime. Mazama at halftime leading it by a score of 40-0 in Canal Bowl number 45. Come back with more after this 2-minute break on KFLS and TableRockSports.net.
Everything's wow.
All right, if we can have the Mazama volleyball team. Byington.
Our halftime score, Mazama leading at 40-0 over Klamath Union in Canal Bowl number 45. We will have the running clock for the second half. Bill Crawford, this is one of many Thursday night games. I know you've got a whole list of them for us.
I do, Randy, and there was a game that was actually played last night at Parkrose High School in the Portland area. Parkrose Broncos and the Dalles Riverhawks in a conference game, and the Dalles got away with one. The Dalles defeated Putnam by a score of 14-12. Parkrose lost to the Dalles 14-12. Tonight in the Portland Interscholastic League, we're talking 6A now. Ida B. Wells at Lincoln, Jefferson of Portland at Franklin, Grant is at Cleveland, and Roosevelt is at McDaniel. In the Pacific Conference tonight, Newburgh is at Sherwood and McMinnville is at Glencoe. In the 6A Mount Hood Conference, Barlow at Central Catholic. Central Catholic's got another great team this year. And Sandy is at Reynolds. In 5A, the Mid-Willamette Conference has a full schedule of games for tonight. There's 10 schools in that league. Lebanon is at Central tonight. McKay is at Silverton. West Albany at Crescent Valley. West Albany trying to get back to winning after they were beaten by their crosstown rival from South Albany last week. South Albany tonight hosting Dallas in a tough battle. And then Corvallis will be at Woodburn. Woodburn having a tough season this year. Non-league action tonight will be Hillsborough at Forest Grove. Now for the 4A schedule for tonight, Seaside is at Milwaukee. Of course, you've got this game going on, Klamath Union at Mazama. Also, Ontario is at Pendleton for Thursday night action. Class 3A, it's Rainier at North Marion, Willamina at Jervis. And 2A, Grant Union at Riverside. Also in Class 2A, and a couple of actually one local 1A contest tonight in Special District 1 8-person football. Lost River is at Chiloquin. They're playing right now. And in 1A 8-person football at St. Paul at Perrydale. And Lyle Wishram Klickitat is at Duffer. We'll give you the schedule for tomorrow night very soon. In fact, in a couple of minutes.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. I do want to make a correction for those who might be from the area. I've called it Jervis for many years, but it's Gervais.
It is Gervais.
Gervais. I was corrected at an OSAA tournament once, and believe me, I was corrected. So it isn't very often that Gervais is in the playoffs, but they were that year. And I opened the broadcast and called him Jervis, and
somebody's mom got a hold of him.
I'm telling you what.
And some people still say Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. Also, they call Chiloquin, and Scappoose. I've heard it pronounced many different ways, but it's Scappoose, not Scappoose.
If you don't know, don't say it.
Yeah, you just but
if you don't know, ask.
And this isn't to correct you. I just didn't want anybody that might be from Gervais.
And I never knew that.
I
never knew that.
You learn something every day, Bill.
Of course, from you, yes.
So is it Coquille or Coquille?
Now, see that that's a great observation. They call it the Coquille, the town Coquille, but it's the Coquille.
I started hearing Coquille.
It's Coquille.
Coquille tribe.
I started hearing Coquille on some commercials for one of the casinos.
The city and the river are both pronounced Coquille, and the tribe is Coquille.
I've heard Mazama pronounced Mazama. So, I mean, you just don't know. But 40-0 is our score at halftime. We'll come back with the schedule of, you have Saturdays going. You have Fridays games still to come, right?
We do have Friday games going on.
Okay, and we'll talk about that after this 1-minute break on KFLS and TableRockSports.net.
There are two. One 2A game and one six-man football. I don't know if I got any dirty looks or not.
We're back here at Viking Field. 40-0 is our score at halftime. Mazama very much in control over the Klamath Union Pelicans. You've got more on the schedule side there, Bill.
Yes, we do. Tomorrow night, a full slate of high school football action. We'll start with 6A first. It'll be Sunset at Jesuit. That'll be a good one. Beaverton will be at Mountainside, and Aloha is at Westview. Also in the Pacific Conference, Century is at Liberty, Mount Hood Conference Nelson at David Douglas, and Gresham is at Clackamas. Three Rivers League, it's Oregon City at Lake Ridge, Lake Oswego at Tualatin, and West Lynn at Tigard. All three of those games are going to be great matchups. In 6A Special District 1, there'll be a great game tomorrow night over at Sheldon High School in Eugene. The Irish will be hosting North Medford. Grants Pass will be at South Medford over at Spiegelberg Stadium. Sprague will be at North Salem, West Salem, and McNary. Roseburg travels to South Salem. Going to 5A now, Intermountain Conference, it'll be Summit at Redmond, Bend at Caldera, and Ridgeview at Mountain View. Mountain View, number one team in the state right now in Class 5A. They've got an outstanding bunch of Cougars over there this year. In 5A Special District 1, it's Canby at Hood River Valley, Southridge at Wilsonville, Putnam is at Centennial. 5A Special District 2 tomorrow night. Churchill is at North Eugene. Willamette is at Springfield. South Eugene at Thurston. And Eagle Point hosting Crater. That'll be a barn burner. In 4A now, it'll be St. Helens at Scappoose and Astoria at Tillamook. Also in Special District 2, it'll be Gladstone at Estacada. Estacada's season has gone quite the opposite. Last year they won the state title, and right now Estacada's just 1-5 overall. And LaSalle Prep is at Molalla. Special District 3 in Class 4A, Philomath is at Marist, Junction City at Cascade, Cottage Grove is at Staten. In Special District 4, a.k.a. Big Sky Conference, it'll be Hidden Valley at North Bend. Marshfield travels to Hill O'Brien Field to face the Henley Hornets. For a Special District 5, it's Baker at Madras and LeGrand at Crook County. Non-league action will find the Ashland Grizzlies tomorrow night hosting Sweet Home. Ashland should get that one. Sweet Home not having a very good season. 3A now in the Mountain Valley Conference, it's Cresswell at Harrisburg, Elmira at Lapine. Sisters goes to Pleasant Hill. In Special District 1, it'll be Yamhill Carlton at Warrenton. Kennedy is at Valley Catholic. In Special District 2, Class 3A, it'll be Staten at Santiam Christian, Amity at Taft, Scio at Newport, Jefferson is at Salem Academy. Special District 3 in Class 3A, North Valley is at Douglas, Lakeview at Cascade Christian over at Lithia and Driveway Fields in Medford. St. Mary's at Brookings Harbor, Phoenix at Sutherland, South Umpqua at Coquille. 3A Special District 4, tomorrow night it's Vale at Umatilla and Nissa at McLaughlin. Non-league game, it'll be a good one in Florence. Banks will be at Siuslaw. Banks, one of the top teams in Class 3A this year. In 2A, Tri-River Conference, it'll be Colton at Santiam and Regis at Blanchette Catholic. In 2A Special District 1 at Sheridan at Gaston, Vernonia is at Napa, Nestucca at Klatskanai, and Corbett at Neocani. Special District 2 in Class 2A, Waldport is at Toledo. 2A Special District 3, it's Oakland at Bandon, Illinois Valley at North Douglas Yoncalla. It'll be Reedsport at Glide. Rogue River is at Gold Beach. Special District 4 in Class 2A, it's Weston McEwen at Aragon, and Stanfield is at Hepner. And Central Lynn goes to Oak Ridge for a 2A matchup tomorrow night. In Class 1A, 8-man football, it's Embler at Adrian, Crane at Cove, Elgin is at Union, Pilot Rock is at Sherman. In non-league action, it'll be Enterprise at Powder Valley. Bonanza travels to Tule Lake, California. In 6-person football tomorrow night, it'll be Spray at Echo, Harper Charter at Wawawa, and Huntington is at Joseph. Also, Eddyville Charter at Falls City, Mapleton at Triangle Lake, and Mackenzie at C.S. Lewis Academy. In Special District 2 in the South Division, Gilchrist hosting Prospect Butte Falls. It'll be Riddle at Powers, North Lake at Elkton, Glendale goes to Days Creek, Mohawk at Triangle Lake in non-league, and Crow is at Alsea. Tomorrow night in 1A 6-person football, and there are 2 games scheduled for Saturday. One in Class 2A, non-league affair at Culver, with Lowell traveling to Culver, and 6-man football on Saturday. Prairie City is at South Wasco County for a 1 p.m. matchup. And that's it for the high school football schedule this weekend.
All right, Bill, thank you very much
Well done.
for that. 40-0 is our score at halftime. Mazama leading Klamath Union. Take a 1-minute break and come back with some first-half statistics of tonight's game. Back in 1 minute. Spot. Halftime, 40-0 is our score. Halftime statistics here in the first half. Klamath Union rushing 12 times for 55 yards. Mazama 22 carries, 240. First downs, Klamath Union 5, Mazama 13. 27 passing yards for the Pelicans, 0 for Mazama. Cuellar is 7 of 12 with an interception, throwing the football for Klamath Union. Time of possession, Klamath Union, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. The rest of the time of possession has belonged to Mazama, and the score reflects that, with Mazama leading at 40-0.
Actually, I'm surprised they had it 4 minutes and 32 seconds.
Individual stats for Mazama: Tyson Van Gastel, 5 carries, 3 touchdowns, 136 first half yards.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Seth McLean, 8 carries, 61 yards. Jaden Justice, 4 carries, 22 yards. Christopher Baldwin, 4 carries, 16 yards. And Bodie Norlock, 1 carry for 5 yards. Van Gastel 0 for 1 in the passing department, though Ryan Hayden was just a step away from catching that ball and going going for 6 down the field untouched for a touchdown. So it's 40-0. Oregon, Washington, Saturday. A lot of people looking forward to this game. I know David's a big Husky fan. I'm a pretty big Duck fan.
This game is going to put some attention on the West Coast. Both of these teams, hate it or love it, are going to be in a different conference next year, taking on even bigger boys. And I'm not a betting man, but I will let you know that the Huskies are winning this game. My prediction is 42-38.
It'll be close. I think you're absolutely right.
I'll be paying attention to that. Plus, the Beavers are hosting UCLA on Saturday afternoon.
Beavers got that one. Beavers got it.
Well, UCLA has improved quite a bit.
Yes, they have.
In the last few weeks.
Beavers have got it.
Notre
Dame's going to beat USC too.
In a recent UCLA game, I was looking at stats recently, and Chip Kelly ran off 97 plays.
Wow.
In a recent game.
Well, that's because they snap the ball and they throw it, and if it's incomplete, they'll run it again, and they have no huddle. That's that Chip Kelly offense that he brought to Oregon a few years ago that was, right. If you blink, in fact, they had cups. I've still got one at home that says, "Don't blink." That it has the Oregon logo on it, because if you blink, you're going to miss something out there.
Right.
That was the Chip Kelly mantra.
Go Dogs.
All right, we're going to... I don't know if they're going to put 3 more minutes on the clock or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. After the 15 minutes have clicked off, I would think they're going to go ahead and just kick off here and get this one back underway. We will have a running clock for the duration of the ball game. We know that. And we actually had one for
that was interesting. Our running clock began running a bit early.
Yeah, exactly.
And that may have been, like I said, I don't know if the two coaches agreed that once they got to that point that they were going to go ahead and start it anyway. But it would seem to me that that's kind of an OSA rule. You can only do it after the first half is over. But it didn't really matter. Klamath Union well behind on this one, 40-0. And Mazama will receive the opening kick to start the second half. And that's where we're going to go right here as we get started for the third quarter. Randy Adams, past David Gullickson, and Bill Crawford. Back here at Viking Field in Klamath Falls, 40-0. A good first half. 24 first quarter points for Mazama, 16 in the second quarter for the Vikings.
And the Canal Bowl series, you said 22 games each.
22-22. The winner of this game, the first time ever, Mazama will lead in the series if they win here tonight. But they have to win this one to be the first time ever Mazama's led.
And I'll be 1-0.
And here comes P.J. Safford to approach the ball for Klamath Union at the 40-yard line. Sophomore boots, and we are underway. That one will roll out of bounds near the 12.
Swift kick, out of bounds.
And it should be Mazama's ball at the 35 if that's where they take it. Don't think they're going to force KU to re-kick the football. They won't. So 1st and 10 at the 35 for Mazama. See what they do with we can anticipate a lot of new numbers. Oh, maybe they are going to make him kick it again. Yeah, they're going to make him re-kick it. Surprised me. I thought the Vikings would be very happy to get the ball at the 35. So Safford's going to have to kick from, they're marking it at the 40, but don't they mark it back 5 yards? Yeah, they do. All right.
Officials got the ball.
So they'll be penalized 5 yards, and Safford will have to kick now from the 35-yard line.
Maybe he'll keep kicking it, and the ball will go out of bounds, and he'll keep kicking and kicking and kicking. And
well, I think at some
point.
Well,
we saw that pretty bizarre start to the first half.
Well,
that would be even a more bizarre start to the second half. That would be wild.
You never know.
BJ walking off his steps, getting ready to approach the football here. And this one's high, end over end, going to remain in play, fielded at the 21-yard line. Straight up the middle and down the field they go. This is going to go for 6. Easy points for Mazama.
Christopher Baldwin, I do believe.
Christopher Baldwin with a 79-yard touchdown return to start the second half scoring.
And there's the answer to the question, why did we make him kick it again? Wow.
Yep, I questioned that call until I saw Baldwin burst down into the end zone untouched. 46-0 now.
Unbelievable.
And the Vikings may get some work out of their kicker here in the second half. Jonathan Leighton's going to kick for the first time tonight. That's good news. The soccer player during the week and the football player on the weekend for Mazama High School. Good snap, good placement, kick long enough and good. Well, one play into the second half, and it's Mazama leading it by a score of 47-0 now. Back in 1 minute.
I didn't know if you guys knew or not, but
Well, Jonathan Leighton is going to approach the ball once again for Mazama. He's had quite a few opportunities tonight to kick the ball downfield for the Vikes, leading it 47-0. This one
let that go out of bounds.
Does go out of bounds. We'll see if KU does the same thing that Mazama did, and will make Mazama re-kick it, or whether they'll take it at the 35-yard line.
I get the feeling they'll take it at the 35.
out of bounds. Ball will be spotted at 35.
Yep, that's what they're going to do. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for Cuellar and the Pelicans.
And those two decisions pretty much sum up where the two teams are right now. Mazama wants every opportunity. KU's taking what they can get.
Running clock for the rest of the football game.
Coming up on 10 minutes in the third quarter.
And Cuellar with a setback immediately to his left. He'll go in motion. And a long count from Cuellar. He'll take the snap, go straight upfield with it, and pick up a good 3 or 4 yards. Well, maybe not that many.
Maybe 3 or 4 feet.
No gain on the play.
Of course, he was back in the formation, right? So he had to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Let's see if we've got a timeout. I'm not sure if Klamath Union called a timeout, but they have stopped
well, the officials
clock.
are talking about something, so perhaps that was an official timeout.
Cuellar got a yard on the play.
It'll be second down. And about 9.
they go to a sleeve to find out what play they're going to run, just like baseball players do a lot of time.
Wide out to the near side, slot and a wide out to the far side of the formation for the Pels. Ball in the middle of the football field. On second down, Pelicans send a man in motion. Now we have penalty. Perhaps delay of game or illegal procedure against KU.
Brody Norlock of Mazama looked like he may have jumped.
Yeah, you're right. That is against Mazama. Good call. Up to the 40-yard line the ball goes.
Second and 5.
Both teams penalized 4 times in the first half. Mazama leading at 47-0.
It's my oldest daughter's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed. Melissa is 29 and holding.
And my oldest daughter's birthday is tomorrow, Friday the 13th of all days.
Awesome.
Boy, the officials and the players both are a little bit discombobulated, confused as to what's going on here. Now they've got everything ready to go. The clock will start once again. Snap to Cuellar. He lets it go quickly. Got a man out on the flat. Caught. And first down yardage for Klamath Union.
Pass complete to Ortega.
Ortega making the catch.
His favorite receiver.
And Ryan Hayden on the stop from Mazama.
Oh, he did not get the first down, did he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
First down at the 45-yard line.
46.
Better change the down marker there.
First and 10 at the 46. Setback next to Cuellar to his left. Slot to the near side. Cuellar back to throw. Back pedals, throws. Got his man there, but no gain.
Pass complete to Hicks.
Hicks making the catch on the play, second down.
And Armando Galindo on the tackle.
Levi Hicks with the catch for KU. 47-0. Mazama in Canal Bowl number 45 will lead the series after tonight for the first time. And will win their 10th consecutive Canal Bowl tonight. Here's the snap. Cuellar going to go downfield, long throw toward the sideline, caught,
and he dropped it.
And he
my
dropped
goodness.
it. Wide open. He heard footsteps, I think, coming from behind him because he was open, but
He was wide open. It was in his hands.
Gavin Coe is the intended receiver. I think he took out before he had the ball and therefore wasn't able to make the catch.
disappointing when that happens. Third down and 10. 47-0.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere.
Where are your children? Remember those TV spots years ago?
I think
We date ourselves with that one.
I think Channel 10 used to do that.
Cuellar will take the snap on third down. Throw downfield, underthrown. Did he catch it, though?
No.
Pass incomplete.
He was hit just as he let it go, Cuellar was.
Malcolm Lissette Hankins was the intended receiver.
Brody Van Gastel broke it up. Almost
Good coverage.
could have been a pass interference call.
And I got to give Cuellar credit. He was under pressure and
No,
still let that ball go.
He's having a heck of a game. He doesn't have much to show on the scoreboard for it, but he's playing a great game.
Backpedaling as he went. Be fourth down, KU likely to punt here.
It looked like Cuellar may have had to force that pass.
Just a little.
And the penalties on Mazama.
Yeah,
It's the Vikings.
that might have been pass interference, Dave.
It was.
David? They moved it all the way down to the 40.
Good Falcons first down.
Another Pelican first down. In Mazama territory at the 40-yard line. Cuellar to go up top again. Incomplete, second down. Overthrew his receiver across the middle there.
Good
Jeff
coverage
Spooner,
by Mazama.
Jeff Spooner was the intended receiver, and there's flags on the field.
First Spooner. Coverage by Van Gassel.
I hate hearing those words. There's flags on the field, but there are. Anytime there's a penalty, it stops the clock. That's the only time it does.
Again, he climbed on his back.
15 more yards.
Pass interference against the Vikings.
All the way to the 25-yard line. Close to the red zone for Klamath Union, knocking on the door. They have not been able to get the goose egg off the board tonight. Mazama, by the way, has not had a shutout this year. Their defense has not pitched one. Incomplete on 1st and 10 over the left-hand side.
Jet Johnson, the intended receiver.
Second down. Those that might be wondering where the Portland Trailblazers are, yep, they're playing tonight in an exhibition game against Phoenix and former player Yusuf Nurkic, but it's a exhibition game, and we had a football game scheduled tonight, so no Blazer broadcast. I believe they've got one Saturday against Utah. We'll have that game likely on KFLS, though we're not obligated to carry the preseason games, just the regular season games for the Blazers. Going to be a different year without Damian Lillard and with a bunch of new names to hear.
DeAndre Ayton, one of those different names. Former Phoenix Sun.
Yep, making his debut in the Blazer lineup tonight. Actually, they played an exhibition game Tuesday against New Zealand's national team. They beat him by 40.
And looked bad doing it.
I think it was 116 to 66, something like that.
Yeah.
Second down at 15. That penalty goes against KU. Back to throw. Cuellar out of the shotgun, goes downfield, and it is incomplete again.
Yeah, his arm was hit as he let that go.
And it will be third down.
A wounded duck, so to speak.
Ortega.
4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and the running clock in effect for the rest of the football game. A week from tomorrow night, you'll want to be right here, Mazama High School. Number 1 ranked Henley, right now number 3 ranked Mazama. Two teams likely will decide who's going to win the Big Sky Conference Championship.
A game you don't want to miss.
Marshfield stands in the way of both Henley and Mazama, though. They've got to play both of those teams still.
And Marshfield's always tough.
Cuellar going downfield up top and overthrows his receiver.
It was a good idea. It was a good route, but he threw it about 5 yards out of bounds.
Well,
Octavia Ortega decided just to watch the ball go out.
Yeah.
He was the intended receiver.
Fourth down, 15 for the Pels. Don't think they'll try a field goal, and they're too close to punt from this vantage point. Kind of no man's land for them, so I think they're going to probably just see if they can get themselves another first down here.
What have they got to lose, really, at this point?
Set back to the right-hand side of Cuellar. Fourth down at 15. Cuellar going to go downfield again. And this one overthrown.
Almost intercepted by Kai Hunt.
Kai.
Yeah, that ball wasn't within any nearness whatsoever of its intended receiver.
The only intended receivers I saw were wearing blue.
Exactly.
Turnover on downs.
First and 10 on the 30.
First and 10 on the 30-yard line for Mazama. See if we've got any new players in there or not for the Vikings. With a 47-0 lead.
Nowhere.
No running room on first down. Looks like Ryan Hayden's still into the game, as well as
Jaden Justice.
Tyson Van Gastel. So, yeah, they're still got the first unit in there. Second down, no gain, second down and 10 for the Vikes.
2:20 left in the quarter.
Mazama 47, Klamath Union 0. Van Gastel's going to take as much time between plays as he can without being penalized, obviously. Takes the snap, hands it off. And the Vikings will get a couple of yards there. Jaden Justice getting some work. Gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Wouldn't surprise me to see him move some temporary bleachers to the end zones of next week. They did that a couple of years ago.
Really?
When the two teams played. As it fills up pretty quickly here when the Hornets and the Vikings play each other in the South Side Series.
The last several years, they've been playing for first place.
3rd down for the Vikes.
Here we go.
Here's one straight down the middle, and good by Christopher Baldwin. All the way into the end zone for a Mazama touchdown. 67 yards.
Touchdown, Vikings.
I think that was Baldwin, was it not?
I believe it was actually Gunnar Mahon.
Gunnar Mahone.
Gunnar Mahone.
Mahone with the run. Thank you, Bill.
Even though I did say his last name wrong.
Yeah, Gunnar Mahone scores a long.
You are not alone in that, my friend.
67-yard touchdown run to make it 53-0. And Jonathan Leighton will attempt the PAT. Gunnar Mahone with the long run for Mazama. Snap good, placement good. Leighton's kick is up and good. Mazama 54, Klamath Union nothing. 3rd quarter here from Viking Field. Back in a minute.
That's a great sign. Be louder. Go sit with your mom.
54-0 the score. Here's Leighton's kick. Fielded at the 15 by the Pels, up to the 20, 25.
Nice return.
30, 35. Still on his
going.
feet. 38. Good return. As we come to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We'll go to the 4th. It's all Mazama. 54-0. Back in a minute. We go to the 4th quarter. Randy Adams, fast David Gullickson, Bill Crawford here. Viking Field, Mazama 54-0. Mazama with the lead after 3. Klamath Union with the football to start the 4th quarter.
Mazama jumped.
Offside against the Vikings as the 4th quarter gets underway. For those that aren't aware, Lost River and Chiloquin playing tonight. Chiloquin has a brand new turf field.
It's a beautiful facility.
And they have also upgraded their grandstands a little bit, their bleachers. Have a new little concession stand. It's a nice little facility up there. They played some Pop Warner games up there this past weekend.
Huh.
Get a little screen pass and caught midfield and first down yardage. Another big game.
First down.
Mario Rivera stopping it for the Vikings.
Another big game in football tomorrow night. Two undefeated teams going head-to-head in Class 3A, Lakeview and Cascade Christian. Cascade Christian, they're ranked number 1. Lakeview is ranked number 6. I went over at Wheeler Field in Medford. There's a little dump out on the flat, now the hands of the receiver, and incomplete.
And there's a flag.
Jet Johnson, the intended receiver.
Well, Jet was looking for a flag. We'll see if he got the one he wanted.
One.
Looked like contact arrived early on the Vikings. Klamath Union last week lost 55-8 to Henley. And it does you no good to compare scores, but Mazama leads 54-0 here.
They've waved off the flag.
Seems like it's a pretty even matchup going into next week. It'll be a close football game. Henley's got a great, balanced offense and are super well coached. And the Vikings, of course, do what they do. Both teams going to be getting after it next Friday night, week from tomorrow. Here's Cuellar back to throw, goes up across the middle and incomplete.
That's incomplete.
Cuellar's got an arm, there's no doubt, once he can connect with the receiver.
Malcolm Lissette Hankins was the intended receiver for the Pelicans.
Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Third down now and 10.
He's got a great arm, but his receivers are just running some ragged routes, and it's tough to watch.
Yeah, Mazama has turned up the defensive pressure a little bit this week, too. I've noticed some improvement in the pass defense as compared to last week against Hidden Valley. Well, we got some movement on the Mazama line again. Linebacker trying to shoot through.
Brody Norlock has been doing that a lot tonight.
I think that was Mahone, wasn't it? 23, or was that Bodie? That was Norlock.
That was Bodie Norlock.
Yeah, Bodie Norlock. Anticipating the snap count gives him 5 yards up to about the 43-yard line. 9:48 left in the game. Cuellar going up top right side, complete. See if he can get yards after the catch. He does.
Up to about the 35.
First down.
34-yard line.
Calvin Hayes with the first down for the Pels.
Sounds just like a player for the Dallas Cowboys years ago. Calvin Hayes.
Bob Hayes, ladies and gentlemen.
1st and 10, Pels.
Or for those of us in the mid-70s funk, Isaac Hayes.
We got shafted.
Here's a pass over to the right-hand side. Was he able to catch it or not?
I don't think he did.
No, 2nd down. And 10 at the 36-yard line.
Clock running at 8:45.
The only question in this game now is whether Klamath Union will avoid the goose egg on the scoreboard or not. 2nd down. Lone setback next to Cuellar in the formation from the far side hash. Cuellar goes back to throw, and it is picked off. Oh, he had it and he dropped it.
Tyson Van Gastel almost had it.
Ran before he had the ball clearly caught, and it'll be just dropped, so it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Klamath Union had been blanked on the field actually once this year, losing 30-0 at home against LeGrand over at Modoc Field.
Yeah, that game was played, though, up in
That's right. It was a neutral site game. That's right.
Yeah, that was played at Bend.
That's right.
But that's the only time that the Pels have been shut out this year.
On the field.
Right. 3rd down. If you count the forfeit, that would be twice, but you don't. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 54-0 our score. The Pels trail the Vikings, and we'll come back after this 1-minute break.
Touchdown.
Klamath
KU.
avoided the
Touchdown into the end zone. Pelicans score on the quick return to play. And it's 54-6. Did not see who caught the football for the Pels, but Cuellar's long pass play downfield.
We might not be giving it to him. Looks like they're spotting the ball at the
They
3.
didn't. No, they did not. You're right.
Did not get in, even though one of the officials called it a touchdown.
That's his prerogative.
No, they had to have given a touchdown because he's kicking the extra point.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
they
finally
did.
scoreboard corrected.
Safford to attempt the extra point.
P.J. Safford with the snap on the way. The kick is
Just
Good.
just
made it.
enough to get across the crossbar to make it 54-7. Well, the shutout averted.
And the KU faithful have something to cheer about. That was great.
Go home without the goose egg on the board. 54-7 Mazama. Back in a minute. Kai Hunt and Christopher Baldwin back deep to receive P.J. Safford's kick from Klamath Union. Pelicans break the scoring drought, making it 54-7 now. Believe Henley's final score was 55-7, was it not?
It was 55-8.
55-8. So KU must have gone for 2 in that game.
Squib kick,
Good
touch,
kick,
and
nope. Looked like an onside kick. They wanted to keep the Vikings off guard a little bit. See if the Pels can fall on it and retain possession. Or whether Mazama fell on it right there at the 45-yard line.
Mazama touched it first and didn't gain possession, and then from there we're just waiting for an indication.
And we're still waiting for an indication.
I think Mazama's got it.
Yep, we got the indication now.
1st and 10 Vikings. Well, if you're KU, why not try that? You don't want to kick it deep. Baldwin will run it right back like he did earlier in the half.
At this point, a lot of the things that they're doing is practice with a great team on the other side of the ball.
Still have 2 more games on the schedule after tonight. Philomath and Ashland for the Pelicans to wrap up their season. Mazama 1st and 10, leading at 55-7. And it is Brody Van Gastel at quarterback. Bodie Norlock will pack the ball for the Vikings up to near the 50. So the younger Van Gastel is in, the sophomore.
2nd and 6.
Tyson's night is done. His focus, I'm sure.
What a night he had.
His focus is now on Henley next week.
And I will be keeping close tabs on that one.
It'll be a great football game here next Friday night. Week from tomorrow. 2nd down, gain of 2 by Norlock. This is Bodie again, I think.
I believe so.
And a penalty flag at the end of the play, which usually indicates a personal foul. But we'll wait to see.
Klamath Union thinks they may have recovered a fumble.
Well, I think the flag pressed.
Yeah, no, I saw what he saw, but
the flag preceded the.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Klamath Union.
Yep. That'll be a 15-yarder. At the end of the play, tack that on from about the 46. Should move it all the way down to the 31-yard line.
well, that hurt. In a one-sided game like this, it's surprising we haven't seen more of those on behalf of
Klamath Union, but they fell on the fumble. So you were right, and I was right. We were both right there. Pelicans get the football back. I was wondering what our H-back was doing 25 yards back from the play.
playing defense.
Or were our collective eyes, all 6 of them? I've got 4 and you've got 2.
Oh, my goodness. No, Klamath Union with a gain of 2 on that last play, second down and 8. 2 slots and a wide out to the near side of the formation. Slot to the far side. Cuellar goes back to throw yet again. Now cuts upfield himself. Good
Gets
run.
a first down.
Down the sideline and out of bounds. At the 4-minute mark.
That young man shows a lot of heart.
First down. Cooler keeps it
I
himself.
believe he's also a basketball player for Klamath Union, as well as Levi Hicks and Jet Johnson.
It's hard to believe basketball season is coming up before you know it.
Well, Oregon Tech basketball starts next week.
Right.
Exhibition games for both the men and the women coming up soon. First down, Cuellar goes up top.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete, second down.
Malcolm Lessette Hankins.
He's up 2nd and 10.
He got a hand on it, but he couldn't pull it in.
Second and 10 at their own 44-yard line for Klamath Union, trailing at 54-7.
Coming down to 3 minutes left in tonight's contest.
Slot and a wide out to both sides of the line of scrimmage. Here's Cuellar, takes one step out of the shotgun back and then throws downfield. Nice throw and catch for a first down.
Beautiful catch to Malcolm Lessette Hankins.
And he's all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Cooler with the tackle.
First down, Klamath Union. Trying to possibly get some more points on the board here against this second squad Mazama defense. Cuellar going downfield long.
Intercept. Nope.
Oh, he didn't catch it. Incomplete.
Threw that one a little bit long.
2 Mazama defenders right there. One just about came down with a football. And it'll be second down.
Spooner, the intended receiver.
Down to 1:53 left now. Marshfield and Henley tomorrow night at Hill O'Brien Field. You bet the Viking coaching staff will be there to watch that one.
And there'll be a good contingent of Marshfield fans, I'm sure, making the long trip.
Be a smart move because
10.
Mazama's got a game against Henley the next week, and then they wrap up the season at Marshfield. So they'll get a chance to scout their next 2 opponents in one night. Very rare opportunity.
Marshfield's always a tough out.
Third down.
They're tied with North Bend for 3rd in the conference right now.
Well, they, as mentioned, beat Ashland last week. That was a big win for them. Cuellar to go up top again. And this one is caught. Not enough for the first down, but close. We're inside a minute to play now.
4th and 1.
Fourth down and 1.
Jeff Spooner, once again, I'm sorry, the intended receiver.
Spooner making the catch. He's made a few tonight for the Pels.
He's had a good game.
4th and 1. Pelicans obviously going to go here. Snap to Cuellar. Downfield. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Mazama will likely take a knee.
They might
Well,
not
they won't even
to.
have to do that. I doubt they even take a snap here. Down to 10 seconds, 9. This one will be final. And the Mazama Vikings will win victoriously 54 to, how can you win not victoriously, right?
I was going to ask you that question.
54-7 the final score. Mazama with the victory. We're going to wrap it up here from Viking Field after this 2-minute timeout.
Next up for the Vikings.
Their offense has only scored 33 points going into tonight. The fewest of any 4A team.
Final here from Viking Field, 54-7. Mazama wins over Klamath Union. They jumped out to a 40-0 halftime lead, never looked back. Vikings improved to 6-1 overall. They're 4-0 now in the Big Sky Conference. And obviously Henley playing tomorrow night at home against Marshfield to give the Viking coaching staff and the fans and the players an opportunity to go out Hill O'Brien Field, watch a good football team. A couple of them. Marshfield is in the top 10. They're ranked number 9 in the state in the OSA power ranking, so it's not going to be a pushover for the Hornets.
Absolutely not. That's going to be a great game.
And, of course, gives the Vikings an opportunity to scout, just as Henley probably did tonight.
Exactly.
I'm sure their coaches were here and some of their players were here as well watching this one. Not much to say about the Viking performance. It was methodical. It was solid. They did give up the touchdown, but overall, I'd give the Vikings defense maybe one of their best performances of the year tonight. Holding the Pelicans to 7 points, I think that's the least total points that they've given up in a football game all year against anybody.
Right.
Going back to the first game of the season, I think they gave up 14 against Estacada. But since then, they gave up that 51 at Eagle Point, 32 at Marist, and even North Bend came in here and scored some points on the Vikings.
KU played a courageous game. Their quarterback was on. Good things are happening at Klamath Union, and it's been a while that we've been able to say that about the Pelicans.
They have a young team, but they'll get better.
And their junior varsity program, I hear, is doing some good things. So
they really are.
You just need to build it up, build it up.
It's a culture thing, and with the new athletic director and a lot of the new guys on staff, and drawing the line in the sand about what is expected and trying to get back to a tradition of winning for Klamath Union High School.
54-7, Mazama wins it. The final score. Our thanks to in-studio producer Allie Hicks back at the station tonight. Appreciate your help, especially your help, Bill Crawford and David Gullickson. You too.
It's all good.
We had a good broadcast tonight. Everything was fun, and the Vikings come out of here with a win. 54-7, the final score. It is Thursday night football tonight, so we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, back here on the radio. But in the meantime, enjoy your eclipse weekend here in the Klamath Basin. And we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Something about going down in a ring of fire.
And where I live, we'll probably not see it.
Well, and that's why we're all waiting for it to happen here, I think. 54-7, the final score. Randy Adams reporting here from Viking Field. Thanking you for joining us, and have a good evening.
Excellent job, gentlemen.
Thank you. One game got done before this one. Sherwood 58, Newburgh nothing. But who's counting? That one got done before this one, apparently.